Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of May 2015. Thank you for joining me. And this month we have some things happening. You're starting off the month, Scorpio, with your intense energy. And your intense energy is going into the full moon on the 1st. Now, this full moon, Scorpio, is going to be in your first house of self. This full moon is all about you, all about intensity, all about going deep. So, ascendant Scorpios, sun in Scorpios, and moon in Scorpios are definitely going to be feeling this energy of fullness. And full moon is a time of awareness. It's a time of charged up. It's also a time to set your intentions on certain things. And this full moon is going to be having a little tension with the planet Jupiter in your 10th house of career and reputation, the way you look at yourself, the way you perceive yourself. And this is going to be actually asking you to confront your truths, basically changing your perception of reality in terms of the way that you look at yourself or your career and the way that you see yourself and how you set intentions on changing things that you probably would like to change in yourself or in terms of the way you view yourself or the career path that you're taking with this full moon happening in the 3rd house. But there is a hint of Jupiter there. It is asking you to be daring, be optimistic, because when Jupiter is there, it magnifies everything in touch. And Jupiter is the planet of generosity and optimism and success. It is in your 10th house, so there is some working there, and Jupiter is going direct now, so that this is a wonderful chance for you to be daring and bold and just be honest with yourself about how it is that you're really seeing things. The first card that I got for you, Scorpio, is the completion card, which is a card to get really it's a really good card to get for this full moon happening on the 3rd. This card is basically symbolizing, natural conclusions. Basically, starting a new cycle, looking at how far you've gone, understanding the journey that you've been through, and that it wasn't done in vain, understanding the role that your life plays and how it is that you can change this. This full moon is definitely going to be bringing things to an illumination. It's going to be bringing things to your attention that you probably didn't want to confront before about certain things. And every full moon, we get to send our attention to start something new, Scorpio. So this is definitely a time for that. On the 7th, we have Venus, the planet of love and money and pleasure, entering into your 9th house of long distance travel, philosophy, higher education. So there can be a focus directed towards changing your thought patterns. Your philosophy, your way of life might change, or you might bring more attention to that. You might be doing more things in order for that to grow. Also, you might be going back to school, or traveling, or wanting to travel, or love of travel. Your mind is going to want to pursue something higher. With Venus there, it's going to be bringing that love. It's going to be bringing pleasure. So whatever it is you're going after, it's something that you really want. It's something that you're interested in. It's something that you're focusing your intention on. And it could just be changing your mindset in general and loving the process of it. On the 11th, we have Mars, the planet of action and courage and aggression as well, moving into your 8th house of intimacy. Now, Scorpio, you control the 8th house. But with Mars moving in, the 8th house is all about intimacy, your partner's money, debts, the taboo house about sex and the underworld, the underlining things, the things that people kind of hide from normal life, normal living. It's not the things that people really generally like to talk about. It's the 8th house. And Mars is moving into this intimacy sector for you, the house of regeneration for you, the house that you control. With Mars moving there, there can be a lot of aggression probably towards certain things. Use Mars, because Gemini controls your 8th house, and that's an air element. Use Mars to ground that energy and use a logic and reasoning in things that you're going to set your intentions on around in the 8th house for you, Scorpio. Regarding your partner's money, or regarding your taxes, regarding your properties, regarding banks, whatever you're going to be doing, make sure you use Mars in a constructive way, not an aggressive way. The second card that I got for you, Scorpio, for this month is ordinariness. Now, this is a card about learning, educating yourself, and using skills, sharing, managing money, job training, self-employment on certain things, learning something new. It also has to do with getting back to basics, basically getting back to the basics. This person is enjoying something very simple, getting back to basics, Scorpio. You analyzing and looking at things. You could be learning something new in the 8th house, maybe something about your partner. Maybe you're sharing things or resources with your partner. It can definitely mean that. On the 18th, we have a new moon in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. Now, new moon, this is going to be in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is your polarity sign. It's a sign that meets you on your chart on a partnership level. So there can be a new thought or a new way of thinking around the 18th regarding your partnerships. Now, this moon is also going to be in opposition with Saturn, which is retrograding in Sagittarius in your 2nd house of possessions and values. So a new moon happening in your sector for relationships, regarding any relationship, your marriages, if you're a couple, if you're business partnerships, any type of one-on-one any type of one-on-one partnership or partnerships that you have. This is going to be something new here. If it's going to be opposing Saturn in your 2nd house, something with money, something with the way that you have partnerships and money, the way that you're managing partnerships, or maybe thinking more about security with business partners, or how it is that your partner in general can be either helping, or money is going to be a focus or issue probably being talked about between you and a partner around the 18th. You do have Mars moving into your 8th house of intimacy, which does control other people's money. So there can be a focus of that as well. On the 18th, we have Mercury retrograding in your 8th house. So Mercury has been in this house for some time now, since the ending of last month, and now it's retrograding. Now, when a planet goes retrograde, Scorpio, not a good time to buy electronics, double check everything, emails, look at all the fine print. So you're going to be reflecting on this aspect as well, as the new moon goes into your seventh house. When there's going to be a new moon in your 7th house on the 18th. With this new moon happening in your 7th house, Scorpio, changing relationships as well. And then Mercury retrograding in the 8th house means you can be thinking, reflecting a lot about things. People may pop up or pop out of your life around this time. Definitely a focus for that. So remember, Mercury is retrograding. Not a good time to also sign contracts. Wait till Mercury goes direct in June, middle of June, and then it's really more of a time to kind of go and look at things a little bit more on a communicative level and see how things are probably going to be able to help you, because with Mercury retrograding, things might not pull through the way that you want them to, and things are going to be slowed down for a minute because it is the planet of communication. So communication may be a little off around the 8th house, around the 18th. On the 21st, we have the sun moving into your 8th house. So focus in your 8th house. The sun is illuminating this section. There's going to be a big focus on your 8th house, on your intimacy, your regeneration, your sexual nature, the way you look at things, the way you perceive life, the way you analyze things. You're going to be really thinking about that with the sun coming in on the 8th. And then on the 30th, we have the sun in conjunction with Mercury, retrograding Mercury, and then Mars here as well. So what this means, Mars can give you that added boost in energy. What you really want to do is, like I said, ground Mars's energy. And the third card that I got for you, Scorpio, for this month is slowing down. Now, being patient at the same time with this card, it has to do with being patient, paying attention to details, work-oriented. So you're going to be thinking about money, career, business-minded more so. And basically tangible progress, tangible things coming at you. At the same time, in this card, you see a turtle. So it's taking your time, especially with Mercury going retrograde, Scorpio. You don't want to go crazy and just act impulsively. You're Scorpio, so you don't really do that. You like to calculate, you like to maneuver things. New moon in your 7th house also can be a new relationship or a start of something new in a relationship. And if you're in a relationship already, the new moon on the 7th can also mean that your relationship either starts something fresh, or you guys feel a new sense of new sense of love, or maybe something new is birthed in your relationship around the 17th with that. So definitely pay attention to your money this month. It's a big deal. And your ruling planet is going retrograde. Pluto is still going retrograde. So you're still thinking about the past, wondering things. But remember, Scorpio, we did get the ordinariness card. We did definitely get the completion card. So take time out to thank yourself for the wonderful journey that you've already passed. You know, don't be down on yourself about it. This is progression time for you, Scorpio. Progression time. Again, I'm Aquila Scorpio, and I'll see you next month.